What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Submission Fishing Live. I'm your host, as always, Muto. Nice to see you. Beautiful Thursday, St. Patrick's Day. Pretty cool. I didn't know it was St. Patrick's Day till like halfway through the day. I think somebody mentioned it, so we'll see how the show goes. See if it'll be busy or not. So you guys might get some trivia of the leaf. I think a lot of people go out drinking, right? I think that's a thing. It's not my thing, but who's drinking right now? Are you guys drinking? Green beer is like the thing, right? I totally forgot about that.
Never mind that tomorrow's a work day.
Yeah, even though it's a work day, people don't care. They'll take any time they can get to celebrate. That's how we do it here. See who we got in the house. Looks like most of you guys are here. Oh, Saltwater Slayer, what's going on? Number one. Welcome. Oos. Cave Dog. Cal, what's going on? Glad you have you. Salty Dingler, what's going on? Oos. Sea Samurai, Kevin, what's going on? Oos, welcome to the show. Big Water Yak Fishing, Aaron, what's going on, man? Doug Rubin, thank you for joining us. TB Metal Art, welcome. Good to see you again. Spinning Rod Rebel Marvin, welcome back. Good to see you down in SD1. Oos, welcome to the show. Jessica, welcome. You got some green on my hat? And I don't have any green. Salty's got green on his hat. Did you guys all wear green today? Is that the thing?
Or red hair.
When do we grow out of that? That's like a big thing in elementary school, right? It was like if you didn't wear green, you got pinched. In fact, that hasn't been a thing for a while, though. Do kids still do that, or is that not like?
I think people still.
Is that against the rules?
You're supposed to kiss me. I'm Irish.
I saw.
I think that's fine.
That's what we were talking about. My buddy, of course, I want to be a father now, but my other buddy's got kids and like younger kids, and we were talking about like sitting Indian style, and he was like, "Oh yeah, they don't say that anymore. It's like they call it like crisscross applesauce or something like that." I was like, "Dude, what the hell? Crisscross applesauce?" Because sitting Indian style, I guess, like wasn't PC or something like that. That's crazy. Crazy.
We live in. Oh, green boxers. Very nice, Cal.
Leonard, Oos, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Iron Fish, welcome. Graham, what's going on, man? Glad you could join us. I checked out that rod, that LaCroix. That was pretty sweet, dude. That one you were talking to me about, getting that spinning rod for slow pitch jigging, had like that gold pearl color. It was pretty nice. Was it the Legend? I think it was what it was called. He was giving me a tip on some rod. I guess that's really good for pitching these jigs. So I checked that out. Thanks for that insight. I wish I can hold one. I don't know anybody sells those like locally. You know, out here it's like all Phoenix mostly. They pretty much got that market cornered on the rods. You can get like California and stuff like that to you go to Turner's and everything. And there's some other rods like the Daiwa and everything, but I feel like Phoenix they're everywhere. I don't see the LaCroix so much, but I like to get my hands on St. Croix. What are they calling it? LaCroix. St. Croix. LaCroix. Yeah, I'm talking about the sparkling water. St. Croix. Yeah, that's right. Denny Perez, what's going on, man? Welcome to the show. So tonight, guys, we're gonna do trivia. We got trivia night, so it's your chance to win a jig. So I got some good questions in there. They're not all like regulation based. They're all fishing based. Um, but they're not all just based on the regulation. Try to throw some harder ones in there so you guys don't get crushed by Kevin again. Don't let him take this jig from you guys. You guys could win this, the slow death jig, 220 gram. And then we're also going to be giving away this one. So even if you don't win you're going to give away the orange tiger. This is a 130 gram. So if you want to win this, all you have to do in chat is like the channel and then press OOS. So if you type OOS, that tells me you like the channel, and you'll automatically be entered into the drawing for this. So even if you don't win, you don't do anything, you still got a chance at that. So put it in. Like the show, type in OOS, and then we'll put all your names in, anybody that did it in the chat, and then we'll just do a drawing, put it in one of those little machines, and see who won. So
they have to say it like Jesse, though.
Yeah, you have to say it like Jesse, though. You got to throw like 15 S's at the end of that thing.
Yeah.
Jesse, what's going on? Welcome to the show. John De Jesus, welcome to the channel. Kiwi Reacts, what's going on, man? Glad you could be here. Jean Marie, she's in the running. Mom's in it.
We got her.
Tyler, what's going on, man? Welcome to the show. Good stuff. I saw somebody else in here. I don't want to miss anybody.
Graham, say hi to Graham.
I got Graham, yeah.
Rod Reel, Rebel.
Spinning Rod Rebel.
Down in SD.
Welcome. Down in SD. I think I got Down in SD.
TV Metal Art.
I got all them.
Okay, I think you're caught up then.
Good stuff, guys. Yeah, as far as news goes, I mean, nothing too exciting. You know, I scoured the news pages, nothing I could see in sort of the local news. The biggest thing we got going on, obviously, Spotty Bowl's coming up. So that starts tomorrow. Be tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. For those of you guys that don't know, it's a local spotted bay bass tournament we do here in San Diego. Alternates between San Diego Bay, Mission Bay. Most everybody here knows what that is. A lot of us are doing it, and you know, you got to declare your day. So I mean, that's tomorrow, San Diego Bay. And if you want to join, you can still join. You won't have any more mulligans, so you don't have any throwaway days. You're gonna have to fish them all. Normally it's 8 outings and it's your best 6, but that's it as far as mulligans go. You won't have any left because you'll have to fish your top 6. So, but that's going on. Super exciting. A lot of you guys. I'm ready to get out there, get a little bit better, get some revenge. My last outing, that first one in January, was pretty bad when I decided to fish night. So, hopefully it goes better. We'll see. You never know, man. Fishing's fishing. It's good stuff, though. I'm excited it's coming around. So I'll be filming it, doing some video, doing what I can. And Roman was talking about that on his show, trying to film and compete at the same time. It hasn't been too bad for me. I mean, I won a couple matches and I filmed them at the same time. Maybe it's good luck. But yeah, you don't get a lot of the B-roll, and it is kind of hard to concentrate. I know when we did the team versus team match, the DFA throwdown, it was like a little tough. For some reason, I didn't record as much on that one, where I was like really dialed in and like I kept forgetting to hit record and stuff like that. Big water yak fishing. Muto, you need a green slow pitch jig. Like all green, green and glow, green and chrome. Or what color green? Dark green, light green, lime green. Now, what do you like about the green? I'm definitely not opposed to it. I like hearing that feedback. You know, you guys got ideas about what we should be wearing.
He also wants me to host the show.
Or is it just for
listen to Aaron.
Or is it just for the St. Patrick's Day? Green, I feel like, is a really good freshwater color. I'm sure they probably get bit in the bay too. Cave dog wearing green boxer shorts. That's TMI, Cal. You better wash those shorts. They probably used to be white. Taken for performance enhancers. I see Samurai. He's getting ready, man. Saltwater Slayer says Phoenix rods are the best. Gloomis inshore rods are also cool. Nice, dude. So many people make good rods. It's like, oh, dang, you guys are going ham on the oos. I just scrolled down the thing. Danny Perez laying it down and Saltwater Slayer. Hell yeah, guys. You tell him. Oos, Captain Dan, what's going on? North County chapter. Welcome to the show. Repping the pineapple love. See, we're turning him. We're turning him to the way of the pineapple. Louis Mendoza, welcome. Glad you could join us. Green and glow jig with sardine pattern. Interesting. Chrome. So you want an all chrome jig? Yeah, dude, that's a classic. We got here. Is teal a shade of green or blue?
It's blue and green together.
It's
That's
blue.
What it is.
It's blue and green together. That's what it is.
By definition?
I think it is by definition. That's kind of what it is.
I'm wearing teal also.
It's right in the middle. Dave Rage, what's going on, man? Oos, welcome to the show. Oh, Cave Dog says teal is green. I feel like that's going to be a whole nother debate. I'll let you guys get on that. We'll get on purples later, right? We'll go over the whole color thing. I always ask my wife, babe, if you were a fish, what color jig would you buy? Yeah. That's pretty funny. Let's see. Anything else in the news? I got a new video out. I forgot about that. So if you guys want to see, I did like pretty much like an in-depth video, like a how-to video on how to fish the 20 grab jig specifically at the docks. You know, there's so many ways to fish these jigs, and it's funny because also I went out Saturday, and what I was doing, I was actually casting them out. I was casting a 40 gram. So I'm kind of changing up just like the vertical jig game, you know. Been watching like reading a bunch of Japanese articles like online, finding like all this obscure stuff that's like roughly translated, but a lot of these guys that fish these jigs offshore and stuff. And I've been watching actually a lot of like YouTube videos that like aren't even in English. Just trying to find these guys that are fishing these jigs and trying to expand the technique. And I was getting on it. A lot of these guys fish these things from shore, and so I was sure enough. I went out there like 50 feet, and I've caught the spotties like 50 feet, no problem, just dropping them vertically. But this time I was casting, just bombing it out like literally 100 yards, and just working on a retrieve, like 2 pops, reeling as you pop, letting it fall. And yeah, I got 2 hog spotties, got a halibut, and it's cool because you can cover ground, all around you. Just like we talk about vertical fishing, you're kind of limited to what you can get, but um, really trying to perfect that, because I know some of you guys fish them from shore. There's a guy, John Escobar. You can follow him on like Instagram, and he's on the Spotted Bay Bass, like All About Spotted Bay Bass on Facebook page, and like he fishes the slow deck jigs, and he fishes them from shore. Dude, he kills it. Every day this dude is like, he's posting pictures with the slow deck jigs, and he's fishing them from shore, bouncing them off, popping them, and casting them out there. So I've been really getting into that. So my next video, I'm gonna really show how to you can actually cast these things and still get fish and still get bit, instead of, so if you need to get away from the docks or fish them out in the open. And it's a style that, I'm working on too, but it's pretty cool. Just expanding the, horizons of kind of what we know about them. So I did that. But this video, I guess I should go back to this one that I did is specifically for the small 20 gram, and just really how to fish them at the docks. Very laser focused, very specific. Kind of taking away a lot of variables and just really isolating it down to this one thing. And then, like I said, I'll go over and make other videos and tutorials and how to's. But this one is like, I'll do like probably one down at the docks fishing, or not at the docks, like bait bars or open, how to crush sand bass with these things. So it's like a kind of a different setup, different style, different approach. So looking forward to doing that. But I think these guys will get you set, especially for a spotty bowl. Because remember, if you longest spotty on a slow pitch or a slow death jig and spotty bowl, you do get a prize. There's a big prize package for that. So don't sleep on that, guys. Go try to get that longest spotty on the slow death for sure, if you're in spotty bowl. I think there's one for cool baits, slow death jigs, and was there another one? I don't remember. I'll have to check. But there's lots of side pots, so you guys can go check out. It's good stuff. What was this one? Muto, the sand bass legal limit. YouTube video is fire still. Oh, that one where I just like smashed, dude, like 20 legal sand bass in like 2 hours. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good time. That was just one of those days where everything was right, man. They were there and the jigs were working. It was crazy. Peter 86, Oos, welcome to the show. Spotty at best, welcome. Cool. So yeah, that's basically the up and coming stuff. Current events. I mean, nothing too big. And then there was this. I know we talked about last week. We were talking about rockfish and stuff like that. So I wanted to share this picture. This is actually a picture my mom sent me, and this is Captain. So my mom, she joined in the PV shout outs, and she said this is Captain Chris Hall. And she said this was probably circa 1975 with Captain Chris Hall, and they were fishing out of. Just checking the notes here. Fishing out of Arts Landing, which I looked up. I don't think is there anymore. I think it's like Newport Landing is the new thing. But you can see, look how many fish they really get. Like literally 20 hooks on these huge rockfish, huge rock cod. I mean, we're down to 2 hooks. This is why. So my mom took this photo. Chris Hull apparently was, I think, still used to captain the C80, Sea Adventure 86 or Sea Adventure 80. Yeah. I think down in San Diego. That boat still runs. I don't know if his son's running it now or he used to, but he's still active in the fishing community. And this was before I was even born, which was crazy. But you just see all these rockfish and how many hooks. Just freaking wild. And I don't know how to close this, but I have another one too.
When did they stop allowing you to use 20 hooks?
When did they stop allowing you to use 20 hooks? Man, I don't know.
Be a good trivia question.
That would be a good trivia question. I should have done that. And then Kevin probably knows. And then this is the weight. And this is one she took from that. And apparently this is the weight that they used. And This is the house I grew up in. So I guess she's had this weight the whole time. It's like a doorstop. But this was the weight that was used in that picture from like 1975, where they were just literally pulling up like 20, 30 fish at a time. It was freaking crazy. So I just thought that was cool. Miss Amuto out there slaying it long before I was even born. That's crazy. Newport. So I just thought that was interesting. Nice piece of history there. I love seeing those old photos of how fishing used to be, what it was all like. That was good stuff. At least I thought it was interesting. Hopefully you guys did too. One more thing, guys. For those of you that are arriving, if you type Oos and like the channel, you can win this today. Slow death jig, 130 gram assassin. Javelin. And then we're going to do trivia right now, and you can win this, 220. So we're going to start trivia. Looks like a lot of people are coming in here. Good show out, man. I thought be a lot more people getting hammered out there. Ironfish, welcome. This is your first time? Hit that like button. Type in Oos. Get into the drawing, man. Yeah, so we're going to do...
Don't forget to tell them it's who I see first.
Yeah. So we're going to do fishing trivia. And the rules are... Basically, it's whoever Jessica is doing she does the judging. So it's whoever she sees first. Now she's on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So she's on the YouTube page. I'm not seeing it. I have a different chat because I'm doing it through a stream, but it's going to be through her page. So make sure that your show is live. Make sure you hit the live button. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to do that, because if you clicked it or something or pause, it'll be behind. So make sure you click live, and then it's whoever's going to be on Jessica's computer first is going to be able to, is the one who wins the point. So it's the first one she sees. Since we can't control latency and all that stuff, but that's how it's going to be. We've got 15 questions. They're all fishing. Not all fishing. They're ocean related, fishing related, sea life related. They're not all direct fishing related. Yeah, that's it. So type in your answers. Like I said, even if you don't win the 220 gram jig, you still got a chance. At the end of the show, we're going to do the giveaway for the 130 gram that you can win just for typing Oos and liking the show. If you guys are ready, let's do this. Oh, they are getting hammered to watch. Hey, that's even better.
More fun for me.
Get hammered to watch the stream. Except I can't see it live, so it's not as entertaining. The answer is yes.
All right, cool.
No multiple choice and no true or false. So you guys have to know the answer. You got to type it in. And even if you guys don't want to play, there's still lots of I've designed the questions where we can talk about them a little bit, right? And they've got significant. A lot of them have significance to what we do and stuff that can be learned. So it's not just random stuff. It's kind of educational and at the same time, just formulating these questions, I learn a lot of stuff, and I'm because I have to search things out, and I'm oh, I didn't know that. And we can stay on some longer than others. Some are kind of silly, so they won't take that much time. So hopefully everybody's live. We're gonna get started. TV metal art, 22 inches. I don't know if I have that one in there this time.
50.
All right, guys, got an easy one here. Question number 1. Get ready. You ready?
Yeah.
What is the size limit of ocean whitefish? What is the size limit of ocean whitefish?
Do you have any music you can play?
I don't have any music.
12.
TV Metal Art says 12.
14. No limit.
Incorrect.
0.
Who got none?
10.
Who was
the first one who said no limit was saltwater.
Saltwater is correct.
No, sorry, not saltwater. Salty Dangler.
Oh, Salty Dangler.
Said no limit.
Okay. That is correct, Salty.
Saltwater did too, but Salty was first.
Salty was first. Yeah, there is no limit on the ocean whitefish. There is a bag limit of 10, so you can only catch 10 fish. Remember that. It might be in a future trivia down the road. 10 whitefish you can have, but there is no size limit. TV Mart says 12. Doug says 14. Dave Rage says 10. Yeah. Lots of 14, lots of... Dang. Danny, 22-inch whitefish? That'd be savage, dude. That'd be awesome if you caught one that big. But yeah, no limit on those guys. So you can catch the tiny ones. I don't know why you would, but whitefish is good eating. They're part of that rockfish group. So like um, when the rockfish season comes up, the whitefish are included in there, even though they're not a rockfish. They're not a true rockfish at all. Um, they're still grouped in with like the number of hooks. You can only use the 2 hooks. You can only fish them the same time. So they put them in the same category. They're totally different fish. You can still catch 10 and no size limit. So keep any that you want. Doug Ruman says 5 in Mexico. 5 inches or 5 bag limit? Yeah, they are a ground fish. That's correct. I think that's like as part of the federal ground fish regulation or something like that. Whitefish have good taste and texture, perfect for tacos. That is correct. Salty. All right, guys.
Good one now.
Oh no, I have a question, but I forgot to write the answer. Number 2, and I don't remember. Let me skip to number 3. It should be in the app. I think I remember, but I don't want to be sure. So we'll go to number 3. This local sea creature has the fastest punch of any animal on Earth. What is it? This local sea creature has the fastest punch of any animal on Earth.
Mantis shrimp, octopus, mantis shrimp.
Mantis shrimp.
Mantis shrimp.
Who was the first one?
Oscar 636.
Oscar is 636. Yes, the mantis shrimp.
A lot of people got mantis shrimp, actually.
Yeah, we just talked about the mantis shrimp. I know somebody caught one too, but that's been kind of a topic of conversation lately. If you guys watch Fishy Hour, that was in there on Wednesday. I know Brian likes to fish, and Roman were talking about that. But they're local to us. They're in our waters. So if you do pull one up, I should have got a picture of it, but they're shrimp, but they're big. They're usually about this big. They're real colorful. They got blue coloring, like pink and red, but you don't want to mess with those. They can crack clams open. They split crabs in half. Apparently, like when you watch slow motion video, their claw actually it boils the water because it moves so fast through the water. It's like supersonic. You can't even see it. And yeah, they chip rocks. They can like break glass. And somebody had a video where it punched through a boot, like a whole rubber boot, and just totally gored this guy's foot too. So they're local here, and they're in the bays as well, and they'll latch on to lures. So just understand when you're fishing and you catch something like that, just be leery of what you're getting. You might think, oh, look, it's a shrimp, and you go to grab it. I mean, that thing will jack you up. I mean, it'll take the tip of your finger off, no problem. But fascinating animal. Definitely check that out. But yeah, most of you guys knew mantis shrimp, but can only be one winner.
Cal wants to know, yeah, but how do they taste?
How do they taste? Cal?
If Coach were here, he would know.
Yeah, Coach would know. I've heard they're good, actually, because I knew somebody that ate one.
Kevin says they're good. Ironfish says they train with Goku.
I heard, yeah, they train with Goku. That's true, man. They're going to drop that spirit bomb on your ass and just cut you in half. I have heard mantis shrimp were good because somebody I know caught one and they were like, yeah, we took it home and ate it. And I was like, well, that's cool. I don't know how much meat's on one. They're decent size. They're like a little lobster size, but I don't know. I'll just clarify. I don't know if there's regulation or what the regulation is. If there's a size limit, I don't know that, but I have heard they're good eating. But check into that before you take them. All right, guys. Question number 4.
I did get your answer to number 2. It's in the comments.
Our comments?
In the teams.
Oh.
You can go on to 4, but I did put 2 in there for you.
I don't see it.
Look in the reply.
Just give me your fingers.
Hold
on. We're getting to question number 2. That's what I thought. Okay.
Here, Oregon's different.
I was right. Okay, we're going back to question number 2. What is the bag limit for leopard shark? What is the leopard shark bag limit? There is a bag limit.
2. Doug Rubin says 2. Team Art 2. 1, 2. Sound fishing 3.
Ooh, sound fishing. Winner. Chicken dinner. It is 3. That was something I had no idea about. I looked it up randomly.
7 in Oregon.
7 in Oregon,
It's a type of
but
brown
California is 3. So that's I had no clue about that. So you can catch 3 leopard sharks. Those are in the bays, they're in La Jolla, so that's good stuff. Yeah, a lot of people said 1. I mean, that's kind of what I would have thought too, right?
should be 0.
Like, how many people are out there limiting out leopard sharks? I don't know much people that keep them. I know some people do fish them, but I know most people that fish them release them. It's like one of those things that cave dog should be 0. Probably. I don't know anybody that really keeps them, but you can.
Are they edible?
You can legally fish 3. Yeah. You can eat sharks. I think they're a lot of work from what I understand.
It's usually like thresher sharks that are in restaurants, right?
I've never, thresher shark is in restaurants is pretty good. All right. Yeah, I think we got a different person every time.
Yeah,
This would be a good battle this time. Kevin, where you at?
We got him drunk first.
What is 1, man? Too many margaritas, man.
You're welcome.
That's funny because Kevin came by earlier. He was here for a little bit. We were talking jigs, the whole thing, and not gonna lie, I gave him some margaritas that we had in the fridge. So I sabotaged him, guys. Just letting you know. You can thank me later if he doesn't win. We spun him out. Number 4. You guys ready? What is the lifespan of a California halibut? How long do they live? What is the lifespan of a California halibut?
I feel like you covered this that day, the deep dive.
Yeah, this was covered in the deep
17,
dive.
20, 7, 20, 6.
Nope, I don't see it yet.
20, 12, 1 to 100, 30.
Ooh, who got 30?
Big water yak.
Big water yak. Yes, another guy. I love it. See, I'm not throwing the softball questions this time. Yeah, 30 years. They can live up to 30 years.
I think
Is a lifespan, and that's a long time. Fish in general actually live really long. I think like goldfish can live like decades too. It's crazy. I think it's something to do with like the cold blood. Like reptiles are extremely long lived. It's like something about not having to create a heat source through your body seems to extend your life. Yeah, 30 years. Ooh, lots of 20s, lots of 20s, lots of 12s. I mean, salty 1 through 100. I guess you were close. That's right, Dave. Unless you find them first, then they're dinner. Awesome. All right, guys. Number 5. What is the top speed a barracuda can swim in miles per hour? What is the top speed a barracuda can swim in miles per hour?
Not the car, right?
Not the car.
25.
The fish.
35.
It's kind of an obscure number.
19,
I'll give you that.
37, 15, 22.
I don't see it yet.
25, 30, 10, 25, 28, 36.
Some of you guys are close.
12, 30.
I don't see it.
30. Are you going to get whoever's the closest? 15.5.
If
39.
If everybody guesses, I'll get to closest.
34, 17, 29. 13.
Not yet.
34, 9.
I don't see it.
33.3.
Nope.
35 point whatever. 36, 40, 35.
You guys can do a second guess, even if you guessed.
38, 37.
I still don't see it.
19, 40, 1, 36, 29, 36.
Nope.
50, 19. These are wild. 52.
It's in the 20s, guys.
Pie. It was just pie day. 27.
Ooh, who got 27?
Tyler
Doan. You got it. Barracuda can swim 27 miles an hour in the water. That's pretty fast. I mean, you think about how fast your kayak can go, like what, 4 miles an hour? I mean, that's like freaking nothing. These things just doing laps. Yeah, 27 miles an hour. Crazy. It's one of the faster fish. I mean, that thing is basically like a tube. It's like a torpedo, man. Just long, slender. That thing is just designed for speed. But yeah, 27. A lot of you guys are in the 30s. Dang, TV Metal are 46 miles an hour. I think like the lot of that's flash. That Barracuda would go back in time, man. Yeah, lots of you guys were in the 30s. 27. 27 is still pretty fast. Sea Samurai still skunking on the questions. Expected more out of you. Where are we at? Number 6. All right, guys. We'll see who the big brains are here this time. Jellyfish and other deep sea creatures produce their own lights inside their body using what phenomenon? What is the phenomenon called? For sea life to create its own light. There's a name for it. Bioluminescence. Kevin. There you go. How's all that smack I was talking? It is bioluminescence. That is correct. Most of you guys got that. Jesse said luminescence. That was close. What is? Man, Kevin even wrote the what is. That's how far ahead. Let's be fair. He had that typed in before.
Just loads it up.
We use short, fat rods and huge reels. Oh, you're talking about for those rockfish? Yeah, like call them like boat rods, just like those broomsticks. That's crazy. Bioluminescence. That is correct. It doesn't always happen in fish either. It's other things. So, yeah, a lot of like fish that don't have eyes or that are down, like thousands of feet in the water, crazy, where the pressure is like unbelievable. Almost everything down there has bioluminescence. It's really common in jellyfish. Squid have it. Other fish have it too. It's freaking crazy. And then question 7. This harmful algae bloom also causes waves that glow blue via the night, via bioluminescence. What is this harmful algae? What do we refer it to? This harmful algae bloom also causes waves to glow blue at night via bioluminescence. What is it called?
Red tide.
Who got it?
Salty dangler.
Salty dangler, the red tide. That is correct. That is the red tide. When there's too much bacteria and stuff in the water. You guys hear about the term red tide. It's not always red either. Sometimes it's brown, sometimes it's green.
We had it last summer, didn't we?
Yeah, we actually had it a few weeks ago. And usually when it rains a lot, we'll get it. Rainwater comes in or bacteria washes in and it causes a bloom. Sometimes it's bright red, sometimes it's not. But what's crazy is, and we get it here in Carlsbad. I know in 2020 it was here really prevalent. And then recently it was too. But when the waves actually crash down, they glow blue. It's pretty crazy and it's cool. You can see videos of it. But yeah, it's like the algae again creates that bioluminescence. When it crashes, it just like these blue glowing waves. It's pretty awesome. But not good for fishing. We had it, I think 2 years ago during 2020. We had really bad red tide, and I walked through the Carlsbad Lagoon, and it was just dead fish, like hundreds of dead fish everywhere. The Garibaldi, the ones that are protected, those little orange fish, like they got wrecked because they live in the lagoon. And what it does is it sucks a lot of the oxygen and stuff out. Fish can't breathe and clogs them up, especially when they don't have anywhere to go. So yeah, it's not real good for fishing. It's not real healthy. It's pretty harmful, but I know we just had it. It might still be here a little bit, but yeah, the red tide. So when you hear red tide, that's what they're referring to. Yeah, most of you guys got that. You guys are in the know. All right, guys, we're halfway there. Who's in the lead? Salty dangler. It's still an open ball game. I think he's only up by like 1. All right, guys. This small crustacean is the staple of many local whales' main diet. This small crustacean is the staple of many whales' main diet. Many local whales as well. They usually follow this when they eat.
Razor clam, sand crab, krill.
Ooh, who got krill?
Sea samurai.
It is krill. That is correct. We get right here locally in Southern California, we get the gray whale. And then when they move out, actually the blue whale come in more in the summer, and then the humpback whale come in as well. And a lot of times they follow the krill. The krill's like a little shrimp. Looks just like a shrimp, but it's smaller. They're like translucent. But that's what they eat. And they swim by and they follow the krill balls. So as the water changes and moves, they eat the krill. That's what brings them in. But yeah, we got a big whale population here. And you can go out there and see them whale watching trips, or even you're just out there fishing long enough. They think there was a whale in the bay even. I think those smaller gray whales come into the bay. It's not unheard of, so sometimes you see them in there. That's crazy. And most of the time, yeah, they're eating the krill. That is their main diet. I think I learned that in like 3rd grade. It just always stuck with me for some reason. But I looked it up just to be sure. Yeah, they got the baleen. So there's 2 whales. There's the tooth whales, which are really just like sperm whales, and then orcas and stuff like that. They eat the squid and other fish and all that. But other than that, most whales they got the baleen, which is like it's almost like cartilage or like keratin, like the fingernail material, and they filter through. They go through, take huge bites, and they spit the water out, and it filters all the krill out and stuff. So I guess like their throats aren't that big, or they just don't eat a lot. Crazy, something that big just lives off like the smallest little animal. But I think it boils down to like least effort, lower energy, but they can just eat tons of it. Crazy. All right, guys. Number 9. Question number 9. I think I worded this one weird, but we'll go with it. In all of Southern California, San Diego Bay contains half of this plant. So San Diego Bay has half of this plant out of all the plant in Southern California. What is it? San Diego Bay has half of this plant. Half of all of Southern California's plant is in San Diego Bay.
Eelgrass, kelp, eelgrass.
Eelgrass. Who got the eelgrass?
I think he meant eelgrass. He was first.
Eelgrass. That is correct. Who was first? Salty?
Salty.
Should we give it to Salty with the eelgrass?
Either that or Sea Samurai. They were the first two. I think Salty meant
eelgrass. Yeah. Eelgrass, guys. That is correct. And that's crazy. So in all of Southern California, San Diego Bay has half of the eelgrass in all of Southern California. And that's not even counting Mission Bay. Which study did I do? I think maybe it was like during the Halibut deep dive or something. Maybe I just looked it up, but I think between Mission Bay and San Diego Bay, it's something like 75% of the eelgrass in Southern California is here in San Diego, which I think is pretty crazy. And an interesting thing to the eelgrass is it's very oxygen rich. And I think just this year, they got like $1.5 million grant or something like that to actually study the eelgrass, because it takes so much pollutants out, but it also takes the carbon dioxide out of the air and makes oxygen. So it's really a great plant for making oxygen. And what's interesting when you hear people fishing or talking about fishing and they talk about eelgrass, the spotted bay bass, since spotty bull's coming up, they love the eelgrass. They live around it. They live in there. And it's not just for the structure. It's also because it's so oxygen rich. Like everything uses the oxygen to breathe. We use it through our lungs. Fish just filter it through their gills. So when you hear people talking about when you find the eelgrass, the good fishermen know when you find that brown stuff, that brown dead eelgrass, it tells you shouldn't be fishing there. So if you're throwing an A-rig, cast it out and you reel it in, and you're dragging it through the eelgrass and you pull it up and it's just brown, it's dead. It's not doing anything. It's not producing the oxygen. The spotties are there and the fish are there living in the eelgrass because it's so oxygen rich as well. They filter it through they just take the oxygen out of the water into their gills. So when they live in the eelgrass, that's very oxygen rich. That's where you find the fish. And I know Brian, shout out to Brian Likes to Fish. He was somebody that talked about this, that if you're fishing and you find the eelgrass and it's just brown and it's dead, move on. The spotties don't like that. They're looking for that green stuff. You want that bright green eelgrass. And here in San Diego, we have an abundance of it. So you don't find it so much in it's in Orange County and LA and stuff, but it's really thin. Most of it is right here in San Diego. And that's where you can find a lot of spotties. So when you find the green eelgrass, or when you send your A-rig through and you're getting the real green, bright green stuff, it's probably a good place to look because it's stuff super rich with life. Spotties love it. They live in it. One, for shelter and cover, but they also love the oxygens. And then conversely, you find that crap grass where it's just dead and dying, just move on. It's a good sign. It's a good indicator, where you probably should be and shouldn't be. So eelgrass is pretty important. It's really good. It cleans up the bay. It's like a big filter. It's pretty crazy. It's good stuff though. Salty's tapped into NASA's Wi-Fi. Yeah, man. Ever since the Mars rover went down, they just gave it to Salty to give him all the bandwidth. Oh, it's the Spanish spelling. Of course. We all know that. Salty's sitting next to Jessica and can see the answers. Yeah, maybe he hacked us. Super internet. Saltwater slays it would have sent us up for failure. I think the real threat was sabotage. But the real threat was salty, right? Now salty usually wins. When we used to do these on Fishy Hour, salty used to always win. Kevin had his day. He still got a chance.
Yeah,
Where are we at?
9.
We're at question 9. So
question 10, I think.
Question 10. So we still have 5 questions left. We have 15 questions. It's still anybody's game. We're almost there.
Remember, Kevin came in like halfway and still won.
All right. Oh yeah, Kevin came in halfway and won last time, so he still got a chance. Question number 10. This is pretty funny. What is the bag limit for spotted bay bass? What is the bag limit for spotted bay bass? How many could you legally keep if you wanted to? Not the size, the bag
5.
limit. 5.
4.
Who got 5?
Sea Samurai.
Sea Samurai back in the game. It is 5.
0.
Cape Dog says 10. Team Metal Art 0. Peter 4. Saltwater Slayer 2. Yeah, you can actually, if you wanted to.
Who's keeping 5 of those things?
You could keep five spotted bay bass if they were legal, 14 inches. Nobody here really keeps or eats spotted. I've seen people keep and eat them, but you can actually 5 is in combination of the 3 main bass. So you can catch 5 calicos, or you can catch 5 barred sand bass, or you can have 5 spotted bay bass, or any combination of the 5. You can't have 5 of each. So you can't have 5 calicos, 5 barred sand bass, and 5 spotted bay bass. You can only have 5 total. So theoretically, you could have 2 calicos, 2 barred sand bass, and a spotted bay bass, or whatever, 3 spotted bay bass and 2 calicos. Or you can have all 5 barred sand bass or all 5 calicos. Any combination of the 5, but you can't have more than 5 of any one, and you can't have more than 5 total. So it's only, if that makes sense, 5 of the combination of those 3 fish: calico, bass, spotted bay bass, and barred sand bass. Usually it's the calico bass and the barred sand bass. Most people aren't catching the spotties, but they are included in there, so I thought it was funny. Technically, if you wanted to keep 5 legals, you could. I saw people fishing. Who was it was talking about? I think Adobo was out there shore pounding, and somebody was like on their kayak, and then Adobo was showing some guy on the shore. Like, I think it was struggling or something. He was like, "Oh yeah, fish over here. Throw one of these." And the guy caught it, and he caught a legal spotty, and then he kept it. Like, he killed it and threw it in the ice chest. And Adobo was like, "Oh, dude, I didn't think he was gonna keep it." It's like, I wouldn't have said it. I thought it was hilarious. Me and Coach saw that too. We were out at Mission Bay one time, and it was like later in the day, and some dude was like fishing out of the back of his truck right there. Like, what beach is that? Ski Beach. And some guy he caught it legal too. And just boop, threw it in the back of his truck and threw it in the ice chest. So people do keep them. That's crazy, but they do.
Ivan just joined.
Who?
Ivan Cornejo.
Ivan, welcome to the show. Just joined. What did I miss? Ivan, we're doing trivia right now, so you can still join. It's more educational trivia, and winner's gonna get one of these jigs. If you want to wait, stay till the end. Type in "oos" and like the stream, and we're gonna give one of these away, regardless of if you win trivia or not. You can win an orange jig. So there's still a giveaway at the end if you want to win. So welcome, Oscar Oos. What do you get in there? All right, guys.
Oscar's on my list already.
Question number 11. How many species of rockfish are listed by California Department of Fish and Game? How many species of rockfish are listed by California Department of Fish and Game?
37, 15, 34, 22.
I don't see it yet.
28, 12, 32, 7.
1 million. So far, Dave Rage is the closest.
27, 29, 23, 25.
100. Nope, I don't see it yet.
50 million.
How many species of rockfish are listed by the California Department of Fish and Game?
53, 43, 57,
Oh, you guys are getting close.
76, 77, 78, 46, 80.
Somebody got it. Jesse. 57.
Wait.
Was he the first one at 57? Jesse.
57, yeah. Jesse,
Yeah.
57.
Jesse, good thing I saw yours. Jesse is correct. There's 57 rockfish listed under the California Department of Fish and Game. That's crazy, right? Yeah, see, Samurai, you were close. 53, you were up there. Very close. Yeah, that's crazy. 57 type of rockfish. So the easiest thing to know about the rockfish is that there's so many. It's only important to know the ones that you can't keep, because that list is very small. So instead of trying to know like what's a kelp rockfish, what's a grass rockfish, what's a flag rockfish or a starry, really you can keep all of those. You just have to know the ones you can't. I think it's and the list is not very long. So it's like a bronze spotted rockfish, yellow eye rockfish, and cowcod. I think those are some have limits. Like the vermilion, you can only take 4. And there was 2 more that they put on the list this year that you can only have 2. I don't remember, but really you only need to know like the 3 or 4 fish that you can't keep. So that way, you don't have to know like all 57. There's so many fish.
Do they have size limits on rockfish?
Rockfish don't have size limits, no. Some do, like lingcod and stuff do. Like cabazon, lingcod. There are some, but they're not like traditional rockfish. Yeah, but rockfish in general don't have size limits either. You can catch the little dinks if you want. Usually just throw them back or just send them down. But yeah, so that just helps take the confusion out. Find out which ones you cannot keep. That'll make your life a lot easier. That way, you're not trying to like look through the book or fish legal or trying to figure out, oh, is this a legal fish or not? Just really familiarize yourself with the illegal ones, and you should be good to go. Like I said, the yellow eye, it's red, has a yellow eye. It's pretty easy. The bronze spotted, and that one's tricky. I don't think we really, but most of the illegal ones we don't get down here. The cowcod we do, but even within our zone, you're probably not going to catch one. The yellow eye is probably going to be the one you're going to run into the most. The bronze spotted, I don't think we have down here. But yeah, so there's 57 fish. That's a lot.
See, Samurai says the lingcod doesn't count in ground fish limits, from what I understand.
The lingcod, yeah, the lingcod. Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 maybe. Yeah, it's not included in the 10 that you can keep. All right, guys. Question number 12. Mm-hmm. What is the legal size for a white sea bass? Legal size for white sea bass. What is the legal size
28,
for white sea bass?
22, 32.
28. Who's the first one?
El Sueño.
El Sueño. Oh, you sure? I have salty dangler on mine, but we're not going off of mine.
You're not going off.
We're going off of Jessica's.
Mine says Doug.
Mine says salty, then Doug. Jessica says it's Doug Rubin, then salty, and we have to go off Jessica's standard. Yeah, mine goes through a stream, so mine I don't actually stream from YouTube. Mine goes from like a web browser stream onto YouTube, so I get the chat delayed.
It's like I get a lot all at once, but I have to go through.
Doug Rubin knows, yes, the white sea bass. I still have yet to catch one of those. That's definitely like one of my bucket list fish. Yeah, lots of 26. Black sea bass you cannot keep.
Are they both actual sea bass?
No,
like the Chilean sea bass?
No. White sea bass is actually a croaker. It's actually the largest croaker in the world is the white sea bass. I don't know why we call it a sea bass. I guess it kind of looks like one. If you guys haven't seen those, they're monsters, but they are technically a croaker. So they make that noise when you pull them up, like that croaking noise. And those things are huge. They get up to 5 feet, 90 pounds. They're out in La Jolla. They live in the kelp, the mature ones, and super awesome fish, great eating. I've never got one. I know people call them like the gray ghost. They're hard to get a hold of. I hear of so few people actually catching those things. And when I see one, I'm always like, dude, that's awesome. I'd love to catch one. I'd love to get out there in La Jolla and land one, but I have yet to. Has anybody here caught a white sea bass, a keeper? I'm curious. I know, I think Todd did, right? TV metal art. Didn't you send me that video where you caught a yellowtail and a white sea bass? I think he did. That was pretty awesome.
Jesse says striped bass are not bass either.
Striped bass are not bass either. Yeah, a lot of fish like aren't like what we say they are. You know, it's just the whole fishing genus is so weird. It's all like that. It's so confusing. Like a lot of people, the yellowtail, right? A lot of people think yellowtail's a tuna. Yellowtail's a jack. It has nothing to do with the tuna. You know, white sea bass, yeah. Black sea bass is, and black sea bass are illegal to catch. Unless you go to Mexico, you can get two. That bugger is the largest croaker for sure. Yeah, that's insane. Because croaker, they're generally small fish, but those things are monsters. I caught an 18-inch before in the jetty. Dude, that's awesome. I'd take an 18-incher even if I got to throw it back. It would just be fun.
Spearing them would be fun too.
Tell me about the cheeseburger rig. Did you catch one on the cheeseburger? That'd be pretty awesome. 18 inches, legal white sea bass. I think Todd's got one, guys. I don't know if he's still in here, but it's still balls. Krill. That is correct. You got the answer from 10 questions ago. But that is a correct answer.
It wasn't 10 questions ago.
All right, guys. Number 13. All right. Every fish has this biological system in their body that helps them sense their surroundings through way of water pressure. What is this? Every fish has this biological feature in their body that helps them sense their surroundings through water pressure.
Lateral lines.
Lateral lines. Salty dangler. That is correct. Dave Riv's right behind him. If you guys watched my deep dive I did a couple weeks ago, I did a whole thing on the lateral lines. It's super fascinating. Definitely, go check it out, guys. Some I didn't look. I'm glad I looked into more. And every single fish has it. It's a line that runs laterally across its body, obviously long ways, and it's like an organ or a sensory thing. And that's really how fish, they know, like when they're close to pilings or structure, without bumping into it or having to look at it, they can sense it, but they can sense anything, pressure changes. They know when lines are falling down, heavy braid, lures, anything that ripples in the water, they sense the pressure through lateral lines. Some are more sensitive than others. Some are larger, some are smaller, but all fish have it. Very important if you're doing jig fishing to really understand that. Using smaller line, certain jigs really affects everything. Dario, I could chat now, but I got no chance. Oh, Dario, what were you on the?
He was driving.
You on lockdown? Were you lurking? Oh, you were driving. As long as you learned something. Hey, dude, you still win the orange jig. Just like the show, type in Oos. You still got a chance at the orange Tiger 130. You're not out of it. We're still giving one away. My phone data is slow. I see the answers before I finish saying the question. Oh, really? Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, you must be way behind Spotty at best. I've heard that with the phones, not the greatest. All right, guys. Number 14, 2 questions left. Who's in the lead? Does anybody have a chance at Spotty? I mean, Salty?
Salty's got 4, and Sea Samurai has 3.
Salty's got 4, Sea Samurai's got 3. Everybody else has 1. Sea Samurai's still in it. See if you can close it out here, Salty. This is a good question. When did the Marine Life Protection Act pass in California? So this is the MPAs. When did the MLPA Act pass in California? What year? What year did the Marine Life Protection Act pass in California?
2018, 2004, 2008, 1994, 2008, 2015, 1996, 2017.
I don't see it yet.
19, 94, 98, 90, 2000, 91.
I don't see it.
2010, 16.
Not yet, guys.
2004, 2002, 98, 2004, 12, 13, 12. 93.
Doug Rubin, El Sueño, 1999. Yeah, you were. I saw CSC where I said it was 1998. I got this information from California Department of Fish and Wildlife. This was from their thing, and it says 1999. Kevin, there might have been. I don't know if the bill was in 98, but it was. They said it was passed in 1999, so that's where I got my information. Um, you were close, definitely. Ironfish says 99. Doug Rubin 99. Yeah, you guys don't know the basically what it is, the Marine Life Protection Act. It's California just decided to make zones that they were going to protect marine life. One of those things I definitely don't agree with. I hate when the government takes our land away, and something like that happened. That was 22 years ago. You got to think these were places you used to be able to fish, and you just can't fish anymore, and that sucks. We're taxpayers. We foot the bill. We pay for fishing licenses, and they say you just can't fish there. And then they had this thing recently. It was like the 30-30 thing, where California, they were trying to take 30% of all the land, like land and water, and say, oh, you can't 30% that you just couldn't fish it. I think that was shot down, but they brought it up again. You hear in Del Mar, or is it La Jolla, where they're talking about they passed this thing where you can't disturb sea lions, right? And then the sea lions like took over this part of the beach, and now they're like, oh, now they're trying to make it so nobody can go on the beach where these sea lions were, and it's just like it's crazy. I mean, so just be aware of that. I think that's just more of a fishing anglers' rights thing. Just be aware. I mean, if we don't pay attention, you guys, you don't get involved. We got the CARB Act where they're already trying to get rid of sport boats. Yeah, most people don't like fishermen in general. I think they don't understand us, and they think we're just catching fish, and we don't do much for the environment. So I just want to bring that up. Yeah, 1999, and just bring awareness too. We got to get involved, because if we don't, that's what happens. We lose more of our fishing every year, and it sucks. They partly lose in 1999 when they closed the fishing. Yeah, man, that sucks. Yeah, bad deal for Enjoy the Beach, and especially, yeah, it's just crazy, you know.
They don't understand our happiness. They don't care about
Yeah,
happiness.
that's happiness. They don't care. They don't care about happiness. It's not even happiness. A lot of it is just. It's not even. A lot of it's just not even founded. In fact, they think something sounds good, or they just try to cover it all up. But yeah, you guys join. Also, that just dovetails in. I didn't mean to talk about it, but like join CCA. I'm a member. I know a lot of guys remember here. You can actually see the little red right here. I got my red sticker up there. And they're a conservation group. California, I think, was a Conservation Association of California, and they're really about conserving fish. These guys, they plant. I think a couple years ago they planted like hundreds of juvenile halibut into the bays, but they're also for fishermen. So it's like we're fishermen that are geared towards actually conserving things. I know the sheephead issue came about, and we were able to get ahead of it last year. CCA came up and was like, "Hey, the sheephead are getting overfished. Let's pump the brakes on it." And I think by and large, a lot of us anglers were able to. We kind of made like an agreement among ourselves that we weren't going to fish any more sheephead. I know I smashed them last year, and when I heard about that, like I didn't fish any more sheephead, or I released the ones that I did. So, and then they didn't impose any more rules on us. So yeah, join the CCA. I definitely recommend that, guys. That just kind of dovetails into that. But it's if you're a fisherman, it's good to be a part of. I mean, they fight for our rights because we don't have a voice. You can join them. Like the money helps them, so they fight for us. That's one of those things.
You should interview Captain Dan sometime. Looks like he works with legislators a lot.
Captain Dan does. Yeah, Captain Dan, you do great work out there, dude. We appreciate that. He's working with the La Jolla sea lion issue right now with several others. I know you guys see Arnie in here. He's super involved. Kevin Nakata, Sea Samurai. He's like on the CCA podcast. A lot of these guys are really in there, so I appreciate that.
Last question. Do you want me to do
fake name? Score? Basically, don't be an asshole and kill off a species. Yeah, I mean, that's like it's just common sense, right? It's crazy, but most of their stuff's not even common sense. It's just like oh, we don't want you to fish there, so we're just gonna we just don't want you to be there, so you can't be there. Like, okay, yeah, and he makes good pizzas. All right, guys.
Who's on the board? The CCA board.
Who is Captain Dan? Yeah, Captain Dan's on this. Yeah, thanks, guys. I'm on the SDCCA board. We're working on some fun stuff, plus protecting our rights. Hit me up if you want to join. Kevin wants to join the board last week. Yeah, I can't recommend it enough, guys. Definitely get involved. Join the CCA. Support them. And they do stuff too, like fishing tournaments. You get fishing magazines. I probably got them on my desk here. It's a good organization. They're doing good work. So if you can't fight, support the people that can. I think that's the biggest thing. There's fighters, and there's people that support the fighters, and there's people that do nothing. So if you can't fight, support the fighters. They'll fight for us. Very important, especially here in California, man. They don't like anything that involves being outside and even stepping on the grass. All right, guys. Number 15.
It is 4 to
This is the last one.
3 to Sea Samurai.
Sea Samurai, this is your chance to tie it up. If not, I'm going to have a tiebreaker question. It's between Salty and Kevin. Last question. How many miles of coastline does California have? How many miles of coastline does California have?
$20,000, 2,154, 56, 1,500, 568, 20,000.
I don't see it yet.
5,438.
Oh, Salty Dangler with the clinch. 840. That Google's working fast for Salty. Hit the nail on the head. Salty Dangler is the winner of the second ever submission fishing trivia. Salty Dangler, you have won 220 gram. Almost forgot the color. Snow cone jig. Slow death jig. This thing's awesome, dude. It'll slay rockfish. I crushed yellowfin on this last year, so we'll mail that out to you. Congratulations. Thank you, everybody, guys, for joining. It's super awesome. We're going to do the giveaway. You ready for the giveaway?
Yeah.
So
24 people.
we had 24 people who typed in oos. You were all entered into the machine. And this is your chance. So even if you didn't win, you got a chance to win this now. You get the Slow Death Jig 130 Orange Glow Tiger.
That one was the one that I was catching all of my rockfish on, right?
Jessica was slaying. Yeah, she caught rockfish and sand bass on this. Some big ones, 2 trips. On the orange too. Yeah, on this very color. So don't sleep on this. This thing will kill rockfish, bonito, sand bass. This will do light tuna 2 and Dorado for sure.
All right, are you ready?
We're ready. Leonard. Was Leonard in there? Oos. Oh, you're in there. You're in there, Leonard. We got you.
I got everybody in there. All right, Leonard.
All right, here we go. Drum roll.
Dario.
Dario. Well, congratulations. I was going to say welcome, but you came in late. Stay committed. Watch the show. You made it in. You couldn't participate, but you still won. Congratulations, Dario. We'll get that out to you for sure. So both of you guys won your jigs. Hopefully you guys learned something. Trivia was super fun. I like doing it. Every time I do it, I learn something new. And, we'll put it in the rotation if you guys like it. And if you have anything else you guys want to go over or talk about, let me know. If not, we'll wrap up the show. Spotty Bowl this week. Remember, you have to declare your day. If you're fishing tomorrow, you have to declare tonight that you're going to be fishing in the morning. If you're fishing at night, I think it's so many hours before, so you can't start fishing and say, oh, I'm going to fish this day. So you got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm sure it'll be busy out there. Stay safe. Remember, Slow Death jigs are going to slay it. I think they're going to be the winners this year. If you guys remember, largest spotty on Slow Death jig wins a prize. But thanks for all the support, guys. Thanks for liking the show. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you want any gear, you want to support the show, check out Slow Death Jigs, submissionfishing.com. Now we got hats, we got other stuff. And thanks for joining. Glad you can be here. And good luck this weekend to all you guys. I'm sure I'll see you out there. And oos, we'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye. Thanks for joining.